All right, let's start it off. Good morning all. Please scoot now. It is Sunday. I've had a little bit of Macca in the background there. Macca will be cranking things up. Just a bit of an update on the week ahead, the week past, and all those sorts of things. There's our sign. We did a few signs up. That's not the sign we want to see. There's another sign. Ah, yeah, there you go. So this one came in during the week. Have a look at this one. So this one's been marked down by council. Good work, council. Mark that sign down. And I would be too with the path. Look at the water over the bloody thing. Look at the old path edges. High liability risk going on there. Anyway, let's get off the signage. Let's get into, should be Macca on there. You can hear him in the background. Waltzing Matilda for Anzac Day. Just remember, we've got the inquiry happening at the moment, Friday, and then again tomorrow, and I think there's another session on as well. If you ever need to find all that info quickly, the operational dashboard has us with the update on the orders going out the door, and if you come down a bit further, you'll get down to the links for the bill, legislation, all this sort of stuff. It's handy ones to have. The related publications tab, you can see the briefings for tomorrow. That would be the 26th of April, and the one from Friday as well. So coming up on the bill on Monday, we've got Bicycle Queensland, West Bug Group and the Valley Rail Trail, followed by the Disability Network, the Ageing Queensland Endeavour Foundation, and another advocate as well. The old e-bikes, everybody e-bikes representatives coming in, as well as some individual members as well, and then a little bit of a break. And later in the morning, Bicycle Industry Australia, Pedal, which is your 99 bikes, Mr. Andrew Garswell, and Lug and Carry. So some retailers there. And then we've got Lime and Neuron, which do the bike and scooter hires in some of the areas. And REO, which I don't know, I think they want to plug some GPS tracking product. And then you've got the Queensland Transport Academic Community, which is Dr. Richard Bunning and which are Griffith Uni and UQ sort of base, so maybe some evidence coming through, fact-based. And then the QUT's MAAC Road Safety Collaboration. So big day, big morning, Monday morning. And then that afternoon, that's the other session, is a public briefing. It's Department of Main Roads, so we've got McMahon come back in. And we've also got QPS who really can't sort of even drive anywhere near any one of these illegal bikes anymore because they just flee straight away. The youth, the rascals we call them. That's going to, sort of just say that it's not working at all now. Not even chasing them or on patrol. They just take off. And then Justice coming in and do Office Fair Trade. It's just be interested to see what they plan to do because you've still got like Bike Scooter City retailing these illegal motorbikes out the door without any sort of disclosure at all on their advertising. Anyway, they're just sort of waiting to see what happens with all that. Speaking of the insights, and then we go and look at some of the updates on the page. Yeah, the page has been pretty busy lately. The Facebook page, a lot of updates. There you go. So we're going to catch up. We're almost there. We've got quite a few. We're cooking up. Speaking of cooking, thanks, Matt. We're cooking up some more XT connectors in the catalogue because these things got to go in. This is essential stuff you need, XT30, 90, conversions, splitters, all that sort of stuff. We're a lot in there already, but there's very more to go in. Now, bearings. Okay, next few months we're going to get the bearings up. What are the bearings we've got here? The 010X, we've got bearings here for the old 9 bots, we've got bearings here for the Mandas, and especially the King GT. That's a bit tricky. There's 2 different types of bearings. The wrong bearings in there, you can cook it up all roll. The old Mandas 8 and 10, the old trusty bearings on those. And then things like your 205 for the Wolf Warriors and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to get them in because people need bearings. You go to the bearing shop and you stuff around and you don't get bearing shops like you used to. All right, okay, the carbo display refresh. We're getting there with those. Switches, displays, all those sorts of things, all getting added to the catalogue. And understanding which displays work with which models and which software versions on each displays. You've got 2 or 3 different software versions on them. All the main lines are done, I think. Could be one more in there, but either way, the old keeping the carbos on the road is good. And speaking of carbos, the Mantis Urban, the valve in those things, in the rear, right, the proprietary valve, there's about 80 of them here. I just need to also put them in as well. So they should be priority, right? We put those Mantis Urban valves on top of all those XT30 shit things, so you can get them from AliExpress if you want. But these Mantis valves, like the turbo cap bleed adapters, I sold one of those to Sweden last week. Sweden of all places. You'd think they'd have all their bicycle stuff in Sweden, but apparently not. Kenneth is back on the job, so he's our pro packer. Kenneth is working the Mondays and the Tuesdays, and as per my video on the page, you can see he packs them really well. Old Kenneth, right? He's a professional packer. He's responsible for packing things that go into the aircraft, passenger aircraft, right? Nice and neat and tidy, all there, present mechanical. No one rocks up on a Qantas flight without their bloody headphones. Hey
folks, there you go. Have a look at this. Should show them on there. This is UPS. Morning, well, thank you. Look at that. See, in they go. You can't miss them, right? Because you wouldn't.
He could have just rolled them.
Italian tyres to come in from.
Yeah, the PMGs are back in stock,
from the same.
The old soft
DHL van.
Soft tyres.
There you go. This is how they're done. Now there's actually a little bit of extra tariffs on these because they're over $1,000. That's it. That's it. So there you go,
so
folks.
That's the
DHL. It's take a few days to come from Italy.
PMP
How good is that, Brendan?
Both of the 90s.
Always keep the performance Italian tyres and the Chinese tyres. So a sign for that. Good, mate. Thank you. Good work. Yes, thank you. Cheers.
How many triple stocks here? I got charged for tariffs and got tariffs for just government handling fees at the border because those are $1,000, right? But I sort of need to just get.
Had to go through the wake on
we've got the old BMS stuff going on, so we've been doing a bit of work on the old Tevron BMS.
This is a 20 kilogram battery
BMS there. I'll show you that one. Yes, big long thing. Why is it just over a kilogram?
Yeah, right. So there's a bit going on. I'll just put it up.
There is a
like
bit.
that.
So anyway, there's software on them.
Well, I think
firmware.
it's a bit of a downer on
via WeChat.
God and things, but I think if there's any trouble, it's down to your own self if you make foolish mistakes.
Mac is still at it.
It's also about
we're 7
going
minutes
somewhere
in.
else. Listen.
No frames drop, that's good to see. There's the old schedule, which we've been through already. You already had. We're no longer shipping to Iceland. Sent a motor there, they couldn't scan the bloody thing with the X-ray. Too heavy, dense. Just going to turn it the other way, mate, 9 degrees. No, can't do that. Dense. Goes through the UK, and then the UK sent it to Iceland. Anyways, all I've done is just remove them. I don't ship to Iceland anymore.
We're not going to Mercury, I'll tell you that
so
right
good old Magnus there, that sort of, order a product using post instead of a proper courier. Guys, use proper courier, right? We offer post, but you don't really want motors going to Iceland with post. Right? You can have a motor go to, domestic, get a Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Cairns, Western Australia, Darwin, whatever, no worries, right? Okay, that's good. International, by air, nah, not post, not for motors, right? Store can't not offer that for specific products, I don't think. Right, possibly could, maybe I should. But sometimes it's sent by post, it's okay. Like, you can get it to the UK, like we got to the UK. Very easy to get yourself into a dentist at the moment, folks. So I would suggest that, turn that down a bit, I would suggest that the old dentist is very easy to get into at the moment, surprisingly. Make sure you guys keep your teeth clean, check up. Work through the brake rotor, the brake pad replacement on the Tevron after 2,500 kilometres. 2,500 kilometres those pads made. Ooh, have a look at them. Worn out. Probably you could hear the spring going. That was the sound of the spring. About this time it's changed, right? It's well timed, right? You don't get much notice. And you could actually see on the corner she started to grind down. There's a slight little shave on the rotor from that, but yeah, that's all good. Look, they've come up nice. That's the original OEM pads from the factory in 60, all metals. And other people that run these pads without sort of, the good regen that the Tevron has, like a 010X, I think Nick just gets about 800, 900 kilometres out of a set of those pads. He drives, under demand pretty high. So I'd sort of suggest that, make sure you got your regen and your brake lever calibrated for those. But yeah, no good. Set of pads. I have to do the ones in the front too because I use them a fair bit. So that's a little bit of maintenance. So you know, it's big maintenance days across much of the month of March, April and May. April a little bit quieter because of the public holidays and the school holidays and stuff, but it was busy on Friday. A lot of people obviously with the rain. We've had this Anzac Day weekend and decided to go and do a bit of maintenance. So there's a little work getting done on there. That's the line that's nice. Tevron branded caliper, and then there's the E-Scoot now turbo brake one. Same caliper, just different brand on it. And yeah, motocross caliper, 4-piston, rocking and rolling. They're great. They're great. They give you old Maguras a run for the money. In fact, someone was going on about the Maguras over the turbo brakes.
His name is Andrew.
Sort of
Andrew Young.
just going off. There's a lot of people love their brakes, but yeah, that's where we get them from.
Little song.
Go there and check them out. They've got 80 CNC machines,
Going back after the first
machining
couple, we haven't been back for a long time.
units,
for about
nice
30
nice
years
stuff.
at least.
So yeah, they're the brakes. What song we got on here now, Macca?
Mr. Dusty.
It's Slim. I like Macca's music. It's never copyright. Put on YouTube. Let me see him go down there a bit. Thanks, Slim. This one here is just looking at the new park brake lever. Oh yeah, so you know when you sort of you park your scooter, you put the stand down, and then it slides forward a bit and falls over, or you know it gets bumped or whatever. So this brake lever here will hold the lever position. Right, pretty cool, eh? Yeah. So. That's branded the same as the sign on the factory that you can see there. What a corker that is. So we'll introduce that next quarter. When we do our next order, we're actually pretty good for brakes at the moment. There's just a few I need to order, but anyway, that's all good. Yeah, this is Kenneth's work. When Kenneth was actually, look at this. He's starting. He's done a great job, and he's put it all in.
Have a look how well everything. Now this is in a carton box of Japanese beer, and it's beautifully stacked. I can just go in there and pull things out, and it's going to hold up. It's got a bit of strength here with these in it. How good is that? Cracker.
Yeah, nice work, nice work. The old EN compliance for these e-bikes needing a sticker on. Look, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I think the 10k per hour footpath stuff's going to happen. But anyway, we'll try to just pull apart the difference between the EN 15194, 2017, A1, the specific version that's in the bill and legislation, and then the other EN standards, such as the more generic 2017 or the 2009. Anyway, as it turned out, when we were doing the event earlier in the week in the Botanical Gardens, the city Botanical Gardens, there was hardly any. I don't think there was one. It turns out we thought we had one, but it's not. Of 40 bikes inspected, they were all non-compliant. So anyway, the bill's got to change. Something's going on. But the sticker, you know, it's just even. It says it's to a standard, according to. See that there? According to. Now, according to anyone who's an engineer amongst the viewership, and we'll know that according to means that someone's just whacked it all together and should effectively conform to the standard. It doesn't mean it has been tested to the standard or is according to this. Is actually tested to the standard, certified to the standard. It's just according to. So, you know, who has authority to actually create the sticker and stick it on? This one, day one, because it's just according to. Like, I've just followed the cookbook and there's a recipe and accordingly it should be all good. Never went to the old cooking competition though.
If you're on the Bruce
Highway.
Wherever you are, you can give us a ring.
Oh, we've got Macca again. For this one. This was Phil Hungerford's track was played. It hasn't been played for a while on Macca. On the Bruce Highway. And yeah, so this was actually, it's a great song. Make sure you check it out. It It was a song about all the technology and not working and being frustrating and all that sort of stuff. And I think I managed to record it and put it on here because it's back a bit on the days before we had that. Oh, I wonder if we can flick to it now. Let me just bring down the levels on the live. Thanks, Macca. We'll be back to you soon with your Bruce Highway. Here it is. And let's bring this up. Great song. Here it comes.
Any comments?
Oh yeah. It's almost over. Anyway, you can go back and play it. I'll show you how Facebook page works.
What do you mean you don't know?
I got 100,000 photographs that I will never see, and 20,000 songs alphabetically, and they're all backed up just in case of an emergency.
What have you
Just
done?
hanging on the chorus.
I got my GPS and CCTV, but I don't know where I'm going, don't remember where I've been. I'm running round in circles with a head full of chimpanzees.
Lay off it.
Technology, you've got the best
Disconnect.
of me. Technology, why don't you let me be?
Alright, we get to Tuesday's pop-up with Bicycle Queensland. Let's turn it down a little bit. Might even hit pause. Yeah, we did an event in the gardens. So this is a promo for it, I would suggest.
The draft bill.
And
90%
rallied
of
up the army, and this was a little bit of a highlight from the army before we finish the Bruce Highway.
This is a dumb piece of legislation that people would only be able to ride a safe legal e-bike at 10k. We've had 100 people come down to the Botanic Gardens. We've looked at 40 safe legal e-bikes, all compliant under the current regulations. 39 will be illegal as of 1st of July.
I use it a lot commuting around Brisbane in my daily life, yeah, so.
This bike has been just so fantastic for opening up my experience of Brisbane.
37,000 kilometres later, I just think of all those miles that weren't done on roads and were done on bike paths and all the shared services that we've got here.
We're winning the battle. We're getting people out of cars. We're getting them onto public transport. We're getting them onto bikes. We should keep that up.
So all of these e-bikes will be illegal as of July 1, as the bill is currently drafted. Straight to jail as of July 1.
It's just going to make me feel like I'm doing something bad when I'm probably doing something that I should be doing.
And I'm being classed in the same sort of category as these illegal motorbikes, which is very unfair.
If 95% of people are telling you you're getting something wrong, you probably should listen to them.
It's hard to demonstrate quite how sloppy, rushed this bill is without people seeing it in the flesh. And so it's just demonstrating to the public, we've got to fix this bill. We've got to fix this bill.
Yeah, there you go, cracker. And a little bit of videography happening. For that one, it was good. Worked out well.
I thought you may be interested in the enclosed article. Keep up the good work, Mac. I love
A little bit more going on in the old e-bike type stuff there, but we're going back to April now. It's not the week in review. But yeah, plenty going on. Harley was busy. Look at this, out the front. Yeah, enough said for that. Now, just with the printer, there's a new printer coming because the other printer, she's had enough for 5 years. So go on, they're great, little brother. He's been around for about 8 years, those printers. The house fire down the road, which had an electric scooter there, which actually had been worked on recently, was not related to the scooter. It was more likely probably to the wiring in the house. Pretty old house, bit of asbestos. They had a BYD electric vehicle as well. It's funny that the media sort of said, oh, it's got an electric scooter, but they didn't mention the BYD that was there as well. It draws a bit of current through, I would assume, the wiring, although it wasn't on charge at the time. But there's so much heat that they don't even know really exactly what the cause was, right? Any metal that was in that garage has just turned to dust, as carbon, just whew, hot as. Yeah, so there was a little bit of fuel and other things around too, which don't help, of course. So The old podcast, this is the April Fool's podcast, right? We're about 4 weeks out from release. I think it's finishing off post-production. It looks like this.
Should go as well, because you just come back to the scooters. These ones are designed for 25 kilometres per hour.
Right, so showing some tyres.
These ones here.
Width of tyres, how they tend to be on the footpaths with regards to stability, right? Just trying to get an understanding there. Under the turbocharge. Under the turbocharge, turbo, C-H-A-R-G-E, right? Which is eSkit.now.com/product/turbocharge. Just turn that down a bit. It's got a story there for us. We've got to go and have a look at some of these new ones coming on board. Now, they're not there yet, because they're actually, they're there, see them? That's the conversion cables, right? So see these conversion cables? So you can take a GX16 common old school 3-pin and plug it into a Dragon proprietary Langerfeet type 1, right? Not there in that list. It would be here, right? This one, Langerfeet, right? I don't know, I've got Langerfeet there, I might get rid of that. Here, see these is one, 20 in stock, 20 in stock, 20 in stock, 20. They're in stock. I haven't got the photos done yet, but that's them there. So on the Langerfeet, Dragon, this could be a Cyclone, Predator, Hurricane, all those things. They've chosen a plug that's a little bit different to everything else in the world. Surprise, surprise, you've got to buy their genuine chargers if you want something that just plugs in. But yeah, under the turbocharge range, we've got the same charger, same factory, XPE, same plug, just different sticker really, that's all. Probably a better, more compliant sticker, right? And yeah, so you basically just have the 4-pin plug, right? There's a 4-pin, you won't be able to see it, there was light, but anyway, 4-pin plug. And each of the 4 pins is different for each different voltage. That's why there are 4 different types, okay? That's how they work. That is explained probably in here. There's a Langerfeet Dragon charger reference page, because the way these things were advertised by Bike Scooter City, they had the wrong pinouts, the wrong and all that sort of stuff in the product, because they just copy and paste, you know, from the 48 volt to the 52 volt. Oh, that looks like a charging port, put that on. But of course, you know, when your warehouse is full of bloody NDIS subsidised disabled people, you know, I mean, different between wires and colours and all sort of stuff, you know, this is not a subject matter expert sort of area. This stuff is. So, yeah, so we've spent a bit of time in bringing these products to market. We've got them there. The chargers, I think I've got to put the chargers in, but I've done conversion cables, and you can see we've got the chargers here, right? So there's, I don't know, there's 5 boxes of chargers. They're about this high, it's pretty big. All right, a bit of work to go through there. I don't know, is that a priority over the carbo stuff? Is that a priority over bearings? It's certainly priority over XT connectors. Who knows? They're the bells, cracker bells. Hope everyone enjoyed their bells that we gave out last week at the event. That was a cracker. The old Chinese newspapers come through. Look at this, the old, good read, the old Chinese newspaper. Packing, mate, they've packed it in those chargers, right, to keep the boxes together. And the Nami motors, to cut them up, there's 4 of them in a styrofoam cutter. So we've got the old electric heat cutter, which does cutting the styrofoam boxes really well with a hot wire, right? Not too bad, but I need a bigger one. I need one that's like what a butcher would use, cutting up steaks. All right, so there's the orders. They're all good, going out the door. That's all the new products coming online. Podcast for the April Fool's Day, that's been finished off. It's the Klima, the Nami Klima, the pin that runs through your folding mechanism, right? That's all fully understood now. They'll be added in. The Klima dampener square bracket adjustment swap out. So this is the new screens, that's what I'm thinking. The new screens from Nami. They're not available yet. They might actually be a different system, different wiring system, because I know a lot of the newer Tevron 2.0 systems are a totally different system as well. So, and they've got the buttons. So Carbo's got, I've got on order here, I think, notes to add the buttons for the Carbo, which is like light, horn, turn, left and right, but also has power, memory and plus and minus all in one. So it must have 2 wires on it. It replaces 2 separate instrumentations with one, but they're still crappy membrane buttons. So, yeah, I don't know what you do, but either way, I'm hoping it's still the same pin-out connectors, because that's what all the turbo tap and turbo touch is on there for USB chargers and that sort of stuff, right? So basically that's the update on all the NAMI stuff. I think I found all this other stuff that's here that was missing. It's all in another box of motors. Screens separate. Okay, that's that one. The other procurement stuff is with the VDM10 and the Dragon Raptor, etc. The shaft, the folding mechanism, that black thing there in the middle. So to get some of those, because we do the handlebars. But yeah, not the folding mechanism, and they're all getting to a point where they need work now, so we'll need to get those going. Here's the other thing to catalogue is all the Tevron stuff. So the new throttles, right, which actually light up apparently if you've got the right lighting system. IBCUs, steering dampeners. We've got new steering dampeners coming in from the turbo brake manufacturer. Very high quality, well machined. Produced on precision CNC machining tooling, you know, none of this sort of just sloppy and crappy and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, they're going to be good dampeners. But for now, we've just got the standard ones from Tevron, NAMI, and just AL Expressies and that sort of stuff. But also, more importantly, with the Tevron, all the brackets, all the hardware, you know, you've got to renew and refresh your brackets, your pins and your shafts, and just to keep it perfect. That's what's going on there, right? BMSs for the Tevrons, I mentioned them before. There's about 5 of those there. And, throttles, finger throttles, buttons, and the other buttons and the displays, and some swing arms, a new redesign, big swing arms on them, etc. So just similar to the Carbo on the right-hand side there with the electrical type stuff, but we've also got a bit of the steering dampener type stuff going on here as well. All right, so that's the Tevron. So they're coming along. So yeah, between packing orders and receiving goods and doing all that and ordering more goods. So these are the InMotion chargers we've got coming in. So that's the InMotion S1. And what else do we do with them? We do some other stuff too. They're going to be our standard 48 volt scooter charger too now, I think, the 54.6 volt charger. And we're going to do 36 volt system chargers. That's the Xiaomi XXIAOMI M365 charger. All right. Well, these are all about. They're all about $30-40, but they're not RCM approved, right? They're not legal to be sold in Australia. They don't have this proper. Oh, that one does. Oh, look at that one. That's good. So that's a good example, but there'd be a better brand than that. But anyway, that plug, round plug. What's Macca got on the show? Let's have a listen.
I suppose people go to an Anzac breakfast and then they have.
So 8mm plug on those, and then. You can adapt them to 5mm, 2.1 and 2.5.
Story there on Anzac
so that's
Day. It's a long weekend some places, long weekend
so
in
that's introducing those chargers into the range, because normally we only do the higher end chargers. So we've got them.
But it's not a long weekend
as well
in Victoria
now.
Or Queensland or South Australia.
Yeah, so that's it. What else on the show, Macca?
Wherever you are, give us a ring. The end of Anzac Day overseas. It'd be Saturday night over there, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. And as you know, people all over Australia and all over the world commemorate Anzac Day. Overseas, it's a good time for people to get together and talk about and miss home, because you get a bit homesick when you're living overseas. 1300 700 222.
Well stocked, guys, on tyres. Tubes, I think.
Gmail.com.
I think we've done well.
Bit on gambling.
There's a few more there to put
Most
in.
interesting. Those gambling ads. You bet some, you lose more.
Believe that. It's another. There are always things to do, mate. Always find things to do.
We'll talk to you
Have a
this
good remaining Anzac Day weekend, guys. Without the public
It's 6
holiday.
o'clock.
We're working on Monday through it. Queensland. Check you later.